Thank you. You may be seated.
Good afternoon, sir. In a nice loud voice, could you please introduce yourself to the jury and spell your last name?
Richard Delaria, Dellaria.
And sir, where do you work?
Salisbury Police Department.
How long have you been a police officer in Salisbury, sir?
18 years.
What is your current rank, sir?
Lieutenant.
What is your current assignment?
As a lieutenant, I oversee all patrol operations as well as all administrative functions of the department.
All right. As a patrol supervisor in Salisbury, as a lieutenant in charge of the patrol, do you generally wear a uniform?
Not usually.
Usually plain clothes?
Correct.
Okay. When you do you ever do shifts where you do wear a uniform?
Yes.
What are those types of shifts that you're doing?
I can take extra supplemental patrol shifts, cover on holidays, overtime shifts, regular patrol.
All right. And when you do those regular patrol shifts, are you generally wearing a body camera?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Now, last week, when a couple of other witnesses testified in this case, the jury saw what has now been marked as Exhibit 2, which was a body camera footage of a response that was made to 108 Central Ave in Salisbury on November 11, 2022. Were you wearing the body cam that filmed that particular call for service?
I was.
Okay. Were you the only person that responded that day who was wearing a body cam?
I was the only officer that entered the house that was wearing a body camera.
Okay. Now, when you entered the home, what observations were you able to make of Mr. Leroy Fowler?
Mr. Fowler was seated in the bedroom on the floor. I didn't have direct contact with him, but over the other medical personnel, I could see that he was struggling, grunting. He was in obvious distress. It appeared like he was grasping out, trying to use his hands to grab onto something to possibly pull himself up. He was struggling.
Okay. Now, the medical personnel that were in there asked Mr. Fowler a number of questions. Is that fair?
Correct.
Was he able to answer any of the questions that they asked while you were standing there watching them provide treatment to him?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Okay. Who answered the questions that were being put to him by the medical personnel?
His girlfriend.
Is that Miss Church?
Yes.
Okay. Now, while you were observing Mr. Fowler, were you able to observe the floor in the bedroom around where he was sitting?
A little bit, yes.
Did you notice any signs of drug use there? Any pills, any cocaine,
No.
any paraphernalia of any sort?
Nothing.
Okay. Now, when Mr. Fowler was carried out from the apartment or the unit, whatever you want to call it, was he able to start talking at that point?
No.
No. At any time that you were present with Mr. Fowler, from when you entered the apartment until they put him into the ambulance, was he able to say anything?
From the time he was picked up off the stretcher and put in the ambulance, I was able to make out something about a dog or his dog.
Okay. And that was it?
That was it.
All right. Thank you. I don't have anything further, Judge.
Thank you, Judge. Just a few questions, I think. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
So when you responded to this scene, you had body-worn camera on, right?
Correct.
And people were moving through the house and dealing with Mr. Fowler, right?
Correct.
And EMTs and fire were arriving, right?
Correct.
He was being taken out, right?
Correct.
Judy Church, who's seated over here, was present and providing some information, right?
Correct.
Okay. Now, one thing that you did is you deactivated your body-worn camera at 16:15.
Correct.
Is that right?
Yes.
And that was before Mr. Fowler was loaded into the ambulance, right?
Yes, it was just after he was walked out past me down the ramp.
Right. And he's with Jonathan Lumpky at that point, right? Do you know who that is?
I don't.
And are you aware that Jonathan Lumpky participated in a recorded interview with Trooper Williams about his interactions with Leroy Fowler?
I was not aware of that.
Okay, and are you aware that Lemke had in fact conversations that you weren't
Objection,
present?
Judge.
Sustained. He sustained.
Right.
He doesn't know Lemke. He's not going to be questioned about what Lemke might have said.
All right, well, you weren't recording because you shut your recorder off the conversations if they were taking place between Lemke and Fowler, right?
Correct.
All right, no further questions.
Mr. Camellia? Thank you very much, Lieutenant. You may step down. I'll see counsel at sidebar. Go ahead. Play on through. That was the last witness for today, so I'm about to let you go.